เยธัมมาเหตุปภวาเตสังเหตุงตถาคโตเตสัญจโยนิโรโทจะเอวังธรรมเหล่าใดเกิดแต่เหตุพระตถาคตเจ้าทรงตรัสแสดงเหตุแห่งธรรมนั้นและทางดับไปแห่งธรรมนั้น
Whatever dharma arises from a cause, the Tathagata shows the cause of those virtues and the cessation of those virtues. Phra Father Black Monkey. At Sali Subdistrict, Village No. 2, Ampho Bang Pla Ma, Suphanburi Province. That year corresponds to the year 2467, a serious disease, which the villagers call the Heck disease, is spreading. Many villages in that area are Ha Long eat disease, eat ducks and eat chicken first. Open one night, many chickens die. Only 3 to 4 days. The district is not. The chickens were left to crow in the morning when the ducklings had run out. Well, it's a cow and buffalo. All of a sudden, he's pregnant, walking a lot every day. The villagers didn't understand, so they took the dead meat, chicken, beef, buffalo and ate until they were bored. No one sells it. Just tell it. No one wants it. Return to make salted meat, dried. Because I don't know what to do better. In the end, the Heck germ spread to people. When they start to eat someone, that person will die. The royal doctor in the old days couldn't reach. They had to treat each other with ancient medicine. The cemetery of the temple was tight and there was no place to bury because many people died every day. When their husbands died, they finished burying them and returned home in time for the day. The wife died again, and the children and grandchildren died as if they were playing. In a large house, in a village where there was no death, at dusk, the villagers gathered together in fear. They trembled, terrified by the sound of dogs barking and howling all night. Some nights, despite the ups and downs, in the last moon, he heard the voice of the person speaking, loud and clear, moving closer, but he could not see the person speaking. When it's time to sleep, they sleep together. Hands must hold each other for peace of mind. With fear of the devil dead that afternoon, a boy, dark-skinned and red, was 12 years old, the son of the owner of a large house. Got addicted to the taste of nautilus. The meat is very tasty. Eat until full the next day, which is the day that the disease has spread for 4 days. Began to walk first pregnancy as the water flows out of the pipe. When mother found out, she was shocked. Provided medicine for her to eat, along with sending someone to follow the doctor, who was his uncle. Until the doctor came, he took a picture, come up and say, "I'm fine, I'm not dead," and he brought me here. Surf hell only. It called attention. Have everyone come together and ask a story. I didn't sleep then, but walked. Leaving the body, Liao looked and knew that another mechanic was lying, walking to say hi to mother, to uncle, to elder, to sister and to aunt. No one spoke. So I went down to the basement of the house. Standing on the side of the walkway behind the house, he saw a long line of hundreds of people walking in front of a very tall figure. Those who followed were only waist high. As he approached, he raised his hand to pay homage to the leader and said, "Please go with me." The leading uncle opened the Kai notebook in his hand and did not allow him to go home out of curiosity. He followed, far away from the open field to the north, into a bamboo forest along a small path, crossing about 10 small mountains, then reaching Khao Yai. This mountain is very big and tall, stretches, and doesn't know where to look. When he reaches the top of the mountain, the leader's uncle gives a survey of people, and when it's complete, he powdered the other side to the side. The 4 guards were still standing and waiting. As soon as they arrived, the chief uncle asked, "Aunt Nu, uncle has let you into the house. Why are you following again? I wonder where uncle took those." "Where, lot evce, oh, I want to know." Then uncle pointed his hand to look at that side of the mountain. He saw like a pavilion of 3 temples. Thousands of people gathered. What's he doing? Elades waiting for the king to judge. They are very sinful. Old karma, but the past life is not finished. In this life, it still comes sinning again, so one must be punished. Look over there. See, on the right, over there, the light shoots up to catch him. The sky, there is no one looking at the end of the eye, it's all there. They must be punished in that sea of fire, everyone. Like me, he doesn't want it. The person who prays Buddha doesn't want it. While the boy asked to take a closer look, the uncle refused. Instead, he ordered the last guard to deliver. The man was burning with anger. He grabbed it and carried it on his shoulder. He ran for a moment. I reached the door of the house. He plunged his head into the door. He realized. Wake up! The villagers were rumored to say that in Hell's Way, they don't want people to pray, whether it's Buddha or Arhang, so they come to ask to study for Mother many times a day, ready to listen to the story. MA 536-1, day after day, my mother became a teacher of Buddha for a while. That boy was. Dr. Weera Sangsawan is now Reverend Father Mahavira Thawaro, or better known as Reverend Father Rishi Ling Dam. Dr. Weera Reverend Father Fra Mahavira Thawaro was born in Tambansali, village No. 2, Bang Pla Ma Subdistrict, Suphanburi Province, around the year 1912. Is the son of Mr. Kuang, Mrs. Sambun Sangsawan, has siblings. 5 of the same parents are 1. Mr. Wang Sangsawan 2. Mrs. Sapao Sangsawan 3. Fra Mahavira Sangsawan 4. Fra Mahawek Sangsawan 5. Dr. Uban Sangsawan Luang Pha has a soft heart since childhood. Kindness towards others or even animals since he was a child. He had a strange emotion, that is, knowledge arises. Well, you can say that you can do meditation automatically, which you yourself do not know yourself. It may be caused by the power of prestige that has been accumulated in past lives. No matter where you go, sleep for one night, you know that in this house, here, there are people selling people, age, shape, sickness, and death. Sometimes the dead will tell me about it when they wake up. Usually, Luang Pha has held the name 4 since the beginning of the day. 3. Dissect the animal. 2. Go steal. 3. Not having an affair with his wife. Ponder s. Don't gamble. Cats pickle. Fra Doc Knock when resurrected from hell disease, even though he was still a child, only 13 years old according to the Royal Rop Act, he always maintained a prayerful mood. As well as arriving on the day of ordination, Dr. Weera Love Luang Pha Songdi mother gave that much. He came without passing through, always smiling, so-called, Reverend Father Ong Yim. He was a kind monk. Whenever he called, he came every time, every day. The way to call is not difficult, just find a place that is free of people and raise your hand to pay homage to 9 monks. Pray that the 3rd night of Buddha, when the 3rd night is over, he comes to you immediately. When he comes, he smiles. Reverend Father Ong Yim often took teacher Weera to travel to hell, sometimes during the day, sometimes at night. There is a monk that grandma and mother often invited to preach in. This monk, you think that Veera has a temper like crazy because she likes to tell stories of people who have gone to hell. Grandma listens to it almost every day and also says that she has been ordained for 30 years and has never seen hell. When Dr. Weera was 13 years old, this amulet passed away. Student Veera asked Luang Por Ong Yim to take him to see the city of hell. Went to stand on the top of an old mountain, and when he thought of his uncle, he came and told you the story of the Buddha. Uncle listened and asked, Blade, did the monks go to hell too? Uncle replied, the monks go to hell regularly because after being ordained, he could not act as a preacher to teach the villagers about hell and heaven, but did not follow what he had taught them, and this monk would go to hell. After a while, Uncle told the monk. That person came up to talk to him and asked about the cause of his hell, and he said this, 1. When you are ordained, you don't care. Keeping the precepts, purification, samatha, vipassana, never caring. 2. Study the Dharma and refuses to take it to practice according to the Dharma, but only takes knowledge to teach the villagers, just to give birth to wealth, rank, praise, not to make sacrifices, public benefit or maintenance of religion. 3. Not treating monks noble morality, concentrate good insight.